Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Dodgers news.
Hey there, Dodgers fans! Today we're going to talk about the latest moves that could revolutionize our team for the next season. Let's get straight to the point by talking about two trades for our team. And as we already know, the Dodgers have won back-to-back World Series titles, but the front office is not sitting still. With practically unlimited resources, the team continues its relentless pursuit of the best talent available on the market. In the last two seasons, we've witnessed the arrival of true stars: Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Roki Sasaki, Blake Snell, and Tanner Scott put on the blue and white, transforming our roster into something that's starting to look like a dynasty. Most of these additions came to strengthen the pitching, with the exception of Ohtani, who needs no introduction as the best player in the league. The investment in pitchers proved decisive. Even with injuries throughout the season, when everyone was healthy during the title run, the rotation showed itself to be absolutely dominant. But now we need to look at another area. The offense needs fresh blood. Our offensive core is aging, and we have some positions that need reinforcement. Left field is the main concern at the moment. The front office will explore every possibility to fill this gap, and one of the most interesting options involves Jarren Duran of the Red Sox. Let's analyze how this trade could work. In the proposal presented, the Dodgers would receive Jarren Duran. In exchange, Boston would get four of our prospects: Jir Hope, Eduardo Quintero, Ching-Shin Kayo, and Patrick Copan. Despite all the talent on the Major League roster, the Dodgers maintain one of the best development systems in baseball. 7 of our young talents appear on the league's top 100 prospects list. Most still need time in the minors, but for a team like Boston, this represents a treasure trove of possibilities. Interestingly, our 3 top prospects play in the outfield. We could hope that one of them matures and solves the left field problem, but knowing the club's philosophy, it's more likely that we'll look for an immediate solution to win now. Hope and Quintero, the second and third best prospects in our system, would be the main pieces in this trade. Now, let's talk about Jarren Duran. In 2024, he participated in the All-Star game and had his name mentioned in MVP discussions. He led the American League in plate appearances, doubles, and triples that season. Even with a slight drop in performance in 2025, his 13 triples were still the best mark in the league. Duran combines explosive speed with consistent power at the plate, as well as being a top-tier defender. Imagine Duran forming a lineup with Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. Ohtani continues to rewrite the record book week after week. Betts remains one of the most complete players in the game. Freeman shows up every time the team needs him most. Duran would add an extra athletic dimension to this already stellar group. The Dodgers are perfectly positioned to chase the three-peat, and Duran would be insurance against any regression. With a deep roster and abundant resources, this trade makes perfect strategic sense. It wouldn't be surprising at all to see the champions get even stronger this offseason. Now, let's visualize the practical impact of having Duran in the blue uniform. The tactical versatility would be immediate. Duran provides the manager with options that simply don't exist on the current roster. His ability to steal bases in crucial moments adds constant pressure on opposing defenses, something that can open up opportunities for the power hitters we already have. At Dodger Stadium, that spacious area in left center field would be the perfect hunting ground for someone with Duran's ball tracking and speed. The spectacular defensive plays he routinely makes could save valuable runs in October when every detail matters. His presence at the top or middle of the order would create interesting combinations. Putting him before Ohtani would mean setting the stage for the best hitter on the planet to work with runners in scoring position. The offensive dynamic would gain new layers of complexity for opposing pitchers to decipher. And perhaps the most important factor is youth. While some of our main stars are already past 30, Duran is still in his prime development phase, ensuring that this competitive window stays open for much longer. Now, let's move on to our second trade proposal, and this one involves Steven Kwan. The Dodgers front office would be considering trading River Ryan, our 5th best prospect, for a defender who has won the Gold Glove in all 4 seasons of his professional career. It may sound contradictory to talk about reinforcements for a team that just won 2 straight World Series titles, an unprecedented achievement in 25 years, and that dominated the NL West in 12 of the last 13 years. But there is one specific area that needs urgent attention: outfield defense. The numbers don't lie. According to Fangraphs data, our outfielders finished in last place in the majors this season, with an astonishing -27 defensive runs saved. There were 11 fielding errors, putting us tied for 5th most in baseball, and 7 throwing errors, tying us for 3rd most. The proposal presented by analyst Garrett Corman of Clutch Points would directly address this weakness. The target is Steven Kwan, the current left fielder of the Cleveland Guardians. His defensive wins above replacement this season placed him 7th among All-American League outfielders. His 13 assists led all outfielders in the majors. Kwan represents the defensive elite of baseball, that is undeniable. But he also contributes on offense in a consistent way. His OPS of 0.705 surpassed the performance of Kike Hernandez and Michael Conforto, a duo that combined for 160 games in our outfield this season, including 155 in left field, exactly where Kwan naturally plays. This would not be our first attempt to bring Kwan to Los Angeles. The team had already checked in with Cleveland at the trade deadline. Bob Nightingale, MLB insider at USA Today, projects that we will make another push for the 20IT-rolled player, but warns that the cost will be high. According to Kerman, that cost would include 2 of our 3 top pitching prospects, River Ryan and Kyle Hurt, both 27 years old, would be in the package. It's worth mentioning that, at their age, they are right at the limit of still being considered prospects, which means both would be ready to contribute at the major league level. Both have already had experience wearing the Dodgers uniform. Ryan made 4 starts in 2024, impressing with a 1.33 ERA in 20 1/3 innings. Unfortunately, an elbow injury required Tommy John surgery, taking him out for the entire 2025 season. Hurt went through a similar situation. He made 1 start and 2 relief appearances in 2024, allowing just 1 earned run in 6 2/3 innings before also undergoing Tommy John surgery. The medical expectation is that both will be fully recovered and ready to resume their careers at the start of spring training. Now, speaking more generally about these 2 possible moves, we are talking about completely different strategies to strengthen the roster. The acquisition of Duran would represent a more aggressive move, giving up multiple prospects, still far from the majors, in exchange for an established and rising player. The cost would be high in the minor league system, but the return would be immediate, both on offense and defense. We would be sacrificing the distant future to guarantee supremacy in the present. The trade for Kwan, on the other hand, would be surgical and focused. 2 pitchers in recovery, both near the age limit for prospects. For a defensive specialist who solves exactly our biggest problem, Cleveland would receive 2 arms with proven potential in the brief appearances they had, while we would eliminate those -27 defensive runs saved that stained our season. The timing of these negotiations also deserves attention. Ryan and Hurt will be coming back from serious surgeries, which adds a risk factor for Cleveland in both proposals. On the other hand, that same factor may make the price more accessible for us. To conclude, what we are seeing here is the mindset that turned the Dodgers into a modern dynasty. The front office does not get comfortable with success. 2 consecutive titles do not mean a pause. They mean an opportunity to build something even greater. Duran would bring fire and athleticism. Kwan would bring defensive excellence and stability. Either of these additions, or perhaps both, would put the Dodgers in an even more dominant position to chase the three-peat. The market is open, conversations are happening behind the scenes, and one thing is certain: when next season begins, the team that takes the field at Dodger Stadium will be even more complete than the one that lifted the trophy a few weeks ago. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Between these 2 proposed trades, which one makes more sense for the Dodgers at this moment? Duran with his athletic explosion and youth, or Kwan with his impeccable defense and consistency? Leave your opinions in the comments. See you next time, Dodgers Nation.